Good morning, gardening friends. It is now Tuesday, March 25th at just past 9 a.m. And of course, at the end of the last episode, I said it was a particular day when it was actually a different day. So maybe I shouldn't give you the actual dates anymore, but just give you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Anyway, I wanted to give you a bit of an update around here before things get crazy today. I do run an apartment building, and sometimes things happen. I've got to coordinate this and that, but this is more about gardening. So let me show you some of the changes that have happened in the last few days, things I've noticed, and we'll go from there. First, we have the two newest plants, both of which have seemed to survive the transplant, which is good news. And the strawberries, if you look at it, you can see one is actually starting to turn color. So I'm glad I bought a plant that actually had some berries on it. Then we have the tomatoes, which are showing signs of growth. I don't know how well you can see it, but there is a small flower there. I have them on both plants, but this one is the easier one to see. So that's good news. Also, I tried to give you this shot last episode. Oh, there's a bird flying through. This is the ginkgo tree, which is filling out really quickly. And I'm really happy about that. I just like to see these trees fill out, and I'm just amazed by how fast they grow. And in the courtyard, here's an update on that one planter where I've got a new sprout. Not that much bigger, I just wanted to show it to you again. And shortly after I wrapped up the last episode, I was looking at these plants and decided I should do something. The nursery pots that I had sitting inside the clay pots, I determined what was happening, at least in part, was their roots coming out the bottom of the nursery pots, but the width of the bottom of the nursery pot was more than the width of the bottom of the clay pots. So if you understand what I'm saying, basically there was an air gap below, and the roots were hitting air, so they weren't able to absorb water. So whatever water I was pouring in was just going right through and draining out the bottom, and it wasn't able to hold on to enough moisture. So if that was really the problem that was making these things look so sick, I've now taken them out of the nursery pots, actually packed in a little bit more soil around, so these are now actually transplanted. And we'll see if now having contact with soil will actually help the roots and bring these back to life. I need to cut off some more dead stuff. The buttercups, at least the one on the right's looking okay. The one on the left still looks pretty bad, as if it had just completely died anyway. Although there is one flower there that looks like it's kind of opening up. So, and the other problem is today is actually overcast, and we're looking at rain the next couple of days. So, well, it's not really rain. Southern Californians seem to see it as a much bigger deal. I'm a transplant, so I've experienced much heavier rain than what we get here. Anyway, so that's what these plants look like, and we'll kind of follow them and see if they bounce back. And so it's only been a few days, but this is what the artichoke planter is looking like. The plant is getting bigger, the original plant is getting smaller. The petunias are filling out nicely, although I think I see a couple I need to deadhead. But that's what this is looking like today. And over here at the pergola, we've got a number of plants popping up. They're getting bigger and bigger, and it's only a matter of time before they're actually climbing on the trellis, which, if I pan up, you can see we've got at least one black-eyed Susan flower. So the plants that are on there are actually still healthy. That's a good thing. And if I pan over, and back down a little, sorry. We've got the table with a couple of plants on it, and those are doing well. So overall, things are doing nicely. We've reached the milestone of getting most of the stuff planted. I mean, there's still a couple of little bits here and there, but the vast majority is done. And it is literally now just a matter of watching the plants grow. That's it for today. Good morning, gardening friends. It's now Thursday at about 9:30, a little after, and not a whole lot has changed, but it kind of felt like today is time for another update, so let me show you what I found. First, we have the strawberry, which is getting a little bit more pink, heading towards red, and a couple more on the plant getting a little bit bigger, so I'm happy there. Yesterday I noticed that the lemon cucumber had a couple of dead leaves, so I've carefully cut them off, hoping that it's not having trouble with the transplant, but we'll see. And the last time I tried to show you the tomatoes and show you that there was a little flower on there, I had a bit of a problem with focus. Hopefully it's come back this time and you can actually see the flower there. There's actually flowers on both plants, so that makes me happy. I cut off a couple of leaves, branches towards the bottom because they were starting to kind of get caught in the soil. But other than that, the tomato plants are healthy. The greens planter is doing pretty nicely. There's actually a carrot, or what appears to be a carrot in there, which has me a little surprised because I don't remember dropping carrot seeds in. But you can see the lettuce on the left. That's getting bigger, so I'm happy with that. And in the courtyard, we've got the buttercups and the snapdragons that are growing. Looks like one buttercup is kind of bouncing back. The other one, I'm not too sure yet. Though it hasn't just completely failed. I've cut off quite a bit, so I'm scaling it way back. We'll see. And the snapdragons, they're looking actually promising, so I'm happy for the snapdragons. That's it for those three. Not a lot of change with the 4 o'clocks, but at least that is if they are 4 o'clocks. I'm still not 100% sure, but they do still look pretty healthy. It may be a little hard to see, but the artichoke planter is doing well. The newer stock, the newer plant, the offshoot, is doing that much better, getting that much taller, and the original is getting that much smaller and that much deader. At some point I may actually cut that off. There's actually another one right in front of all of it too, but that may be hard to see. So, but I'm happy to see my artichoke plant getting bigger and bigger. The pergola planters have some plants in them now that are almost tall enough to start training, and the existing plants seem to be putting off more growth now too, which is getting tall enough almost to start training, so that makes me happy. So overall it's been a pretty good day. I think that's about it for updates for today, and we'll pick up again maybe on Saturday and see where things stand, or if anything develops. Good afternoon, gardening friends. It's now Saturday, and it's time to wrap up the episode with the last update. It's about 4:45, and I haven't done too much work since the last update, but let me show you a couple of things I noticed. First, let's just get a look at the 6-packs, the germination that I'm trying to work on here with 4 different seeds. Nothing sprouted yet, but I'm trying to keep it wet, and hopefully in a couple of days I'll start seeing some sprouts. Next, is your stomach grumbling yet? Can you see that beautiful strawberry? I'm really looking forward to eating my first strawberry off my new plant. Then we have something, pardon me, my neighbors are having a little party. Then we have something that kind of concerns me a little bit, is the yellowing on the leaves here on the lemon cucumber. It's not yellowing because of the lemon part. I'm hoping it's survived the transplant. Maybe what's happening is it's just dropping the old leaves and growing new ones. So we'll just keep watching it and see what happens. Wow, that lettuce is starting to get big. Yay! And if you look real carefully, you can see I got quite a few flowers starting to develop on the tomato plant. I've actually on both of them, but I'll just show you the one, so that has me happy. Also, a couple of days ago I noticed that I had flowers starting to grow in this pink pot. I'm not sure exactly what that is. They're actually kind of closing up right now. They were more open earlier. I'm wondering if that's just a lily or if that's actually the coneflower, echinacea, that I keep trying to grow every year and keep failing every year. I'm wondering if I've finally succeeded. I know I tried some seeds and I'd pretty much given up, but I don't remember where I pulled this particular plant from exactly, so I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look it up and see what coneflower is supposed to look like and what various lilies look like. So that has me happy on that one. And check out the cheapy plants that I bought. The buttercups, not looking so great, but boy, those snapdragons are starting to come to life. That has me really happy. If you look really carefully, you might be able to see the little flowers developing on the 4 o'clock. They're not as healthy as I'd like, but I'm getting flowers on the plant, so one more thing to make me happy. And finally, we have the artichoke planter, and the artichoke getting bigger and bigger. So this is a very happy budget gardener signing off and saying, may your thumb be green.